Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Facts with Boom. I'm your host, Boom the Railway Cat, and today's facts are for Eurostar. So let's begin. Eurostar is an international high-speed rail service connecting England with France, Belgium and the Netherlands, so essentially the United Kingdom with continental Europe. All Eurostar trains heading to/from the continent use the Channel Tunnel between England and France. The tunnel is owned and operated by a separate company called Getlink and is joined to London St Pancras International Station, the English terminus, via High Speed 1. Eurostar services to Paris terminate at Paris Gare du Nord station. The Eurostar terminates at St Pancras, and it used to also stop at Ebbsfleet International and Ashford International stations in Kent, England, but Eurostar says our trains will not stop at Ashford International or Ebbsfleet International throughout 2022 and 2023, as we're focusing on our busiest city centre stations for now. Trains to Belgium and the Netherlands serve Brussels South and Rotterdam Centraal before terminating at Amsterdam Centraal. Eurostar also runs services from London St Pancras to, excuse my pronunciation, Marne-la-Vallée-Chessy, which is Disneyland Paris. However, this Disneyland service ends in June 2023 unfortunately, so if you want to get the Eurostar to Disney, you need to do so before then. Eurostar also runs seasonal direct services to the French Alps in winter. Eurostar services are operated by a fleet of 12 Class 373/1 E300 Alstom TGV TMST train sets, each with 18 coaches, and 17 Class 374 E320 Siemens Velaro train sets, each with 16 coaches. The 373s are loco-hauled, whereas the 374s are electric multiple units. 373s sound absolutely incredible. And the 374s are as boring as the England vs USA World Cup game the other week, just a lot quieter. The Class 373s have a maximum operating speed of 186 miles per hour, 300 kilometers an hour, and the 374s have a maximum operating speed of 200 miles per hour, which is 320 kilometers an hour. They can hit that on some of the continental high-speed lines. The maximum operating speed for High Speed 1 is 186 miles per hour. This means that you can get the train from St Pancras to Paris in around 2 hours 16 minutes. That's over a distance of about 212 miles, which is 342 kilometers. In December 2021, Eurostar said it intended to move its administrative activities from London to Brussels as part of a forthcoming merger with Thalys, a French-Belgian high-speed train operator, which was approved in March this year, 2022, citing problems with doing business in the UK and saying that being based in an EU country would make expansion and development easier. On the 14th of November 1994, Eurostar began running services from London Waterloo International Station to Paris and Brussels. After that, they quickly began running more services to more destinations across Europe, calling it more English stations too. The first passenger services began running on the first completed section of the new High Speed 1 line in September 2003, and in November 2007 Eurostar services in London transferred from Waterloo to the extended and extensively refurbished London St Pancras International. The original proposals for Eurostar included direct services to Paris and Brussels from northern English cities, like Manchester via Birmingham on the West Coast Main Line and Leeds and Glasgow via Edinburgh, Newcastle and York on the East Coast Main Line. However, these services didn't come to fruition as predicted journey times are pretty long, and the competition from low-cost airlines would have been too strong, making the extended routes commercially unviable against the faster airlines. In 2015, Eurostar threatened to require that cyclists take apart their bikes before taking them onto their trains. However, Boris Johnson, along with some other cyclists, complained, so they reversed the plans. On to the COVID-19 impact now. By January 2021, Eurostar's passenger numbers numbers dropped to less than 1% of pre-pandemic levels. Because of this causing financial problems, they began seeking governmental assistance from Britain's Treasury and the Department for Transport, even though Britain sold 40% of its Eurostar holding in 2015, and France owned the majority of the company. Eurostar's punctuality has fluctuated over the years, but usually remains over 90%. They won the Train Operator of the Year award in the HSBC Rail Awards in 2005, and in 2019 Eurostar carried around 11 million passengers, up from just 3 million back in 1995. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Facts with Boom. Please subscribe and remember to stay alert.